Hey, what's going on, guys? Moth Marauder here, and welcome back to yet again another edition of my figure review series. For today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the 2019 Bandai Movie Monster Series SpaceGodzilla figure made by, well, like I said, Bandai. So anyways, like always, let's take a look at the tag first. Here's the tag. So you can see you have a nice photo of SpaceGodzilla on it. It looks nice and menacing and ominous and badass, like he should be. Where my thumb is at, it looks like it says 65, as in, well, I mean, it does say 65, but I think that's supposed to mean, at the time, it was the 65th anniversary of Godzilla. And then below that says 2019, so I'm assuming that it's talking about how this is the 2019 Bandai Movie Monster Series. Fucking hair in my mouth. Anyways, yeah, on the front here, or right here where my thumb is at, I would assume that is SpaceGodzilla in Japanese, and then at the bottom it's SpaceGodzilla, obviously in English. So yeah, so that's the cover of the tag. Let's take a look at the inside here. Here's the inside. It has a bunch of Japanese characters or words in it. Fucking loud ass traffic. Anyways, yeah, there's the Godzilla icon right there, and then here's the same photo of SpaceGodzilla but in a white silhouette. And I'm assuming that this is all stats right here, like his how tall he is, how many tons he weighs. That's just what I'm assuming, but I could be wrong. So yeah, because the other tags did that, so I'm assuming that's what's on this tag. Anyways, there's the back. You have another silhouette, and you have SpaceGodzilla's shoulder crystal, or one of them that is. Godzilla versus SpaceGodzilla, and Movie Monster Series, I would assume, because it says it right there in English, so I'm assuming it's saying the same thing right here in Japanese. So yeah, that's the tag. Pretty nice tag. And now let's go, or move on to the figure. So yeah. Now, when it comes to detail, this is very nicely done. Not only is it accurate to how he looks like, or not only is it accurate to his portrayal in the movie, but it's also really nicely sculpted. As you can see, there's all sorts of detail all over the body, like on the legs, the arms, the chest, and the neck, and all that. It looks really nicely done. The face. The face is all right. You have the teeth and the tusks and all that, and the crystal thing on his head, the horn or whatever. Looks pretty neat. On the back, as you can see, there's all these crystals that are obviously supposed to be his dorsal plates, and it looks really nice. However, what kind of bothers me or bugs me is that there's this gap right here, and not gonna lie, it's fucking ugly, or it's a fucking eyesore in my opinion, to have this weird ass gap right here. But aside from that, it's really nicely sculpted, or the sculpting is really nicely done and all that. Here's the tail here. It's really nicely done. There's the tip of the tail. So yeah. And yeah, here's the feet too. The knees. So, and here's the foot, the bottom of the foot. Has some writing on it and all that. Bandai 1999, made in China. So yeah. So that's pretty much it for detail and sculpting and all that. Now when it comes to paint job, he's obviously black. Well, in some photos, he seems to be a dark purple. On other photos, he has this black color. But I honestly don't know which one is the actual color the SpaceGodzilla is supposed to be. But whatever the case may be, this black, dark gray color looks pretty cool. Obviously, the body, like the neck, the chest, the belly, And the bottom of the crystals are this metallic red. Looks pretty neat. The tongue is also red, but it's not metallic red. The horn on the head is obviously this yellow color. It looks pretty neat. And of course you have the white teeth tusks and the dark orange eyes and the black pupils. And the dorsal plates on the back, and as well as the shoulder crystals, have this bone color on it, which looks nice. The tip of the tail, for some reason, isn't colored, which is kind of weird, but I guess it's not that bad, I guess. So yeah. Oh, and the claws and the toes have this white color as well, which looks nice and accurate. So yeah, that's pretty much it for paint job. Now into articulation. As you saw earlier, the head can move 360, although it's kind of stiff. The arms can move like that. They can't move 360 because the body gets in the way. Like the legs and the sides, well, like the legs and the hips and all that, they get in the way. But the tail can move 360. Although it is kind of stiff, but it can move 360. So yeah. The waist is glued. So I, of course, would not recommend you mess around with that at all, unless you want to break it. But that would be fucking stupid, obviously, but yeah. So that's pretty much it. 4 points for articulation. No leg articulation, which is fucking weird, but whatever. All right, now let's go ahead and size them up with some figures real quick before I move on to Rarity. So yeah. First, let's compare him with Godzilla. So yeah. As you can see, this is obviously the NECA 94 Godzilla, because I don't have a Bandai of the Heisei Godzilla figure. Well, except for Burning Godzilla. But, yeah. This isn't really accurate. SpaceGodzilla should be a little bit bigger, I think. Like, up to here. But then again, I'm just showing you how big or small this SpaceGodzilla figure is. So, yeah. There's that. And now let me scale him up with another monster he fought. Well, mech he fought, or whatever. Moguera. So yeah, I'll be reviewing this guy next. But anyways, yeah. Holy shit, this is off. If you've seen the movie, then you would have, well, spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen the movie. But if you've seen the movie, then you would have known that there's a scene where Moguera goes, like, drills a hole in SpaceGodzilla's neck or whatever, like right here. And SpaceGodzilla was huge in that scene. Or, I mean, SpaceGodzilla is obviously big, but you know what I mean. He was pretty damn big when Moguera was up close like that. He was like this big. But obviously with the figure here, Moguera's a little bit taller, so it's kind of weird. But like I said, I'm just showing you guys how big the SpaceGodzilla figure is. So yeah. And last but not least, Rarity. Like I've said, this is part of the 2019 SpaceGodzilla. I mean, part of the 2019 movie monster series of figures by Bandai. So yeah. Since the bottom of the foot says 1998, I would have to assume that the original figure was made in 1998. So there's that one. And then you have the Pink Tag series from, like, I don't know, a decade ago, I would assume. So that's the second figure. And then you have the newer one that I'm reviewing right now. And so, out of all those three types, I would have to assume that this one that I'm reviewing is probably the most common. So yeah. And to be fair, the paint job on this one is more accurate than the Pink Tag SpaceGodzilla figure, but that's just me. So yeah, if I were you, I would go get this one that I'm reviewing. So yeah, should be more common to find and not as expensive. So yeah, and of course I recommend you get them on Amazon. So that's pretty much it. Overall, it's a really nice figure and one of my most favorite Godzilla monsters. I mean, I like him more than Ghidorah, even, so yeah. I honestly think SpaceGodzilla is underrated, unfortunately. I wish he'd appear more often, but anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. Detail and paint job is really nice. The gap in his back is kind of an eyesore, but aside from that, the detail's really nice. Paint job's really nice. He has 4 points for articulation. And for rarity, he should be common, but kind of pricey, I would assume. So, yeah. That's just my guess. But yeah, he should be common nonetheless, so yeah. In the end, I give SpaceGodzilla here a 4 out of 5. A 4 because of that god-awful gap in his back. But aside from that, this is a really nice figure, and I love SpaceGodzilla. I'm a huge SpaceGodzilla fan, so yeah. That's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.